Swimming like a fish in the ocean is Johannesburg-born Jarden Eaton. The swimmer, who is part of the Crusaders Swimming Club in Randburg, is a rising star in the waters.
Working with Jarden now since he's been 11, so for the last 6-7 years. Been his primary coach though for the last 5, and it's been an awesome journey. He's an exceptional athlete. A challenge to coach it sometimes because he pushes himself so hard. He challenges me to be a better coach. He challenges our methodology. He's always pushing, always wanting more. So it's been a great experience working with him and finally seeing the hard work that he's been putting in over the last couple of years really starting to come to fruition. You know, we always talk about seeing our young men of colour coming through and rising up, and he deserves every single opportunity that he's been given, and it's great to see it. He's a real ambassador for not just our club. Our youngsters look up to him, but for our country as a whole, for the younger swimmers, when they see a young man like this walking out the path, that it gives them heroes to look up to and a path to follow in. So yeah, he's an exceptionally talented young man, but to boot, he's a really good kid and just knows where he's going.
I feel like the racing is what I really enjoy. There's also victory, like the feeling before the blocks. It's something exciting, and yeah, even if you come first, like touching on the wall first and seeing that you come first is just amazing.
One of the things we always look at as coaches, my primary role is not just to instruct in the water, but to mentor this young man and to grow him, to help him deal with not just the swimming side of it, but just maturing into the young man that he is today. And it's been an exceptional journey with us. We've had some ups and downs, some good times, bad times, but that's part of the growth process. But just to see him extend himself, push himself, set himself some dreams and targets, dare to dream and hope that he could achieve this, and then actually see him achieve it.
I think it's just training how you race, basically. So a lot of 25s or 50s, a couple hundreds for endurance, speed, those type of things.
Yeah, so Jarden has a second to nothing work ethic. He's the first one on pool deck, first one in the pool, last one to leave, and invariably always challenging me to stay a little bit longer, work a little bit harder. Can I have the extra sessions? Where can I fit in more time in the pool, coach? Can I grab 10 minutes with you afterwards just to chat through some technique and race strategy, which is what you want from a swimmer, but more than that, he's coachable. And as a coach, that's the first thing we look for. Right when we do assessments with our little guys, we're looking for swimmers who are coachable, swimmers who will listen and change and adapt and apply what you're trying to instill in them. And Jarden does that on a day-to-day basis. He's always looking for the edge. He's always looking for the next thing that he can improve on. So as I'm sewing into him, as I'm giving him direction, he really is taking that on board and then assimilating that into his training.
Swimming in South Africa has been entirely dominated by white people, and this is the elephant in the room that Coach Richard wants to tackle.
I really believe that at a grassroots level we are not pushing hard enough. So something we value as a club is identifying talent and working and nurturing with that talent. That it's been too long that we pay lip service to transformation in terms of our aquatics codes. Swimming South Africa is doing a fantastic job of that at the moment, really driving the transformation agenda. And we as coaches have to buy into that process. And we're seeing the talent is there. It's just giving it opportunity and exposure and assisting it where necessary. Financially, sometimes it's tough. But as a club, we invest in that and we want to see our swimmers of colour rising up. I also think having heroes is a massive thing for our young children. When we're seeing young men like Jarden achieve, and if we can get them onto an Olympic team, it creates belief in other swimmers of colour that that's where they can go. Talent is never the issue. It's opportunity and time which we need to be giving to them. So it's something that I'm seeing more and more coaches really buy into. We want to see our sport transformed. It's got nothing to do with the colour of a man's skin, but his ability in the pool that we look for. It's a tough one, but a good one. In our country, we don't have the space to not actually address this and to work through it.
I mean, it feels pretty cool to be up there a little bit. It used to be very intimidating, I think, but you get used to it, and yeah. Support is very important, I think, for any athlete going forward, and I think even mentally, physically, everything like that. I think it's very important. Probably say financially, financial support. I think it's lacking a lot in that category. I'd say it's very expensive. Accommodation, because we paid, it came out of my parents' pocket. to pay for the Lima one and the Seychelles, to go to different countries, flights, accommodation. To take me to training every day, goggles, caps, costumes, everything like that.
So support systems for athletes are huge because of the massive pressure that they put themselves under, they are under when they start competing at this level. So we always talk about a three-legged stool when we're talking about our athletes, that it is a coach, a swimmer and a parent that makes this thing work. We can't do it alone. I can't coach a swimmer without the buy-in of the parents. And it's having the relationship between me as a coach and in this case Jarden's parents, as we are working together to achieve what is best for this young man, and we talk about it, work it out. So on the tough days he knows where he can go home and he's got support and care and love and direction. And the parents know that everything I do is to see the absolute best for this young man. So on the tough days when I'm really getting into grind, I know I have the full support and backing of his parents, and his parents know that my primary agenda is to create an amazing swimmer and an amazing young man. And then Jarden feels a space where it is safe to really push himself and to take it where it's tough. It also creates a space when he's overseas, sitting in Peru in his hotel room where he feels a little bit alone, to drop a message, coach, how am I doing? And I know that his dad's supporting him at the same time. So the stronger the support systems are around him, the better. We can leverage so much more when we work as a team and a unit than we can working as an individual, as a coach or a parent, trying to get the best for the swimmers.